Hi guys, today we're going to talk about decision to develop your in-house software development team or to work and outsource your solution and development of your solution to a third-party software development firm or an agency. Before we start, please subscribe to my channel, ITalistic, for more videos like that. I talk about AI, I talk about app development, I talk about web design, logo design, running your business, all secrets on being motivated and efficient. So for any spin-out startup, a small firm, it's a very important decision whether you hire the whole team or some of your team in-house or you outsource development of your solution to a software development firm. First of all, it comes to money. To hire in-house and to wait until your team works together as one organism and actually produce tech takes a while. Each and every of senior hire will take you up to 6 months, sometimes even longer. To hire good engineers, it's usually 2 and 3 months. Obviously, those people are kind of pricey as well, depending on where they're based and what is the experience. However, if the goal is to launch your tech, to try it out, to go talk to the customers, to see if you can sell it, to go out and to grow your sales, it might be a better solution to outsource this development and cut the time. Sometimes you can cut up to 2 years time. Developing an MPV with a third party will probably take you 3 to 5 months. Developing an MPV in-house and growing your team from scratch from day one might take up to 2 years. We already touched the financial subject a little bit. Obviously, hiring in-house will be quite expensive, and I will explain why. So in my firm, for example, we have a couple of very senior CTOs and senior AI engineers whose salary are quite big. It's very unlikely that as a startup you can afford to have these people, and as a result, startups settle in on hiring 70K engineer when actually what you need is 200K engineer, which leads to further problems in your development. When you outsource your solution, you can use the expertise of these people without paying their full salary because they will be involved in a couple of projects. Nevertheless, you will get all of the capabilities, all of the expertise because they will be the ones supervising the team that you outstaffed. So from that perspective, hiring the third party might be much more beneficial than growing your team in-house. However, if, for example, you're coming from a software development background yourself, you're coding, and your whole network of people are doing the same, it might be much easier for you to just find the 5-6 people, whoever you need for your purposes, and hire them in-house, or maybe even attract them to work for you for shares in an equity from the beginning. Another question comes to the priorities and operational costs. Obviously, running the team, especially when it's like 8, 10, 12 people, requires a quite experienced operational director. A lot of people expect that the CTO will be doing this process. However, those people are hugely much more technical rather than operational, and the company culture starts falling apart at that point. So you need to make your priorities clear and straight, whether it's running the operational side of things or it's doing sales, marketing, promotion, going to conferences, and so on. So spend your time wisely and understand that hiring a team comes at the price of actually doing HR, doing an operational work, doing payrolls and holidays, and all of those internal things will be your job from that day. When you work with software development firm, this is someone else's problem, which can be very beneficial. At that time, you can meet your clients, you can travel the world, you can make sure that your company becomes known, you can attend exhibitions while someone else is polishing your tech. And that obviously sounds very good to me. So we've been through time, priorities, and financial subject. We also need to talk about expertise. Obviously, none of us is expert in everything, so we need people in our team who can add on their expertise. Not always you can hire all of those at the same time, including marketing, operational, technical, and sales. So when you can outsource some of those parts and when you trust another party to do that very well, please go ahead and do that. However, it's a question of how do you operate, how do you work together. So my advice, make sure that the software development hire is actually an extension of your own firm, that you have full visibility of milestones they're achieving, of the delivery process, and you can influence the development of the tech. You can adjust as you go when you need adjustment. When, for example, you tested the feature with your client and now you know know that it needs to be changed. So those contracts should be put in a way that the software development firm will be an extension of your own team. And in that way, you can work together for many, many years, delivering an amazing technology together and actually conquering the world. One more situation when I would advise to work with an external team is when you are introducing a completely different feature. For example, you have a mobile app, let's say in dating or in delivery, and you want to build AI function. You don't really know if that's going to fly, if that's going to bring you more revenue, if your customers would like it. And hiring each AI engineer is roughly 100K up to $1 million. Some startups pay their developers millions and millions if we're talking about Bay Area. So from this regards, it might be much smarter to invest 30-40K, develop AI functionality, test it out, see if your company actually needs it, how it works, how you want to adjust and lend it. And then when you are absolutely sure that it's a necessity, start building the team in-house. Also, one of the capabilities is to basically combine the two, and have one person who runs the project for you. However, having 5, 6, 7 engineers outsourced, and then you don't worry about basically the contracts, the constant payments, and you only use them when you need them. So that's basically my advice. Be smart about it, set your priorities straight, understand your financials, and then make those decisions, because this is going to be defining your company moving forward. Bye, have a lovely day, and please stay with me.